Have you ever looked in your closet and thought, I have nothing to wear? Well, before you go out and buy anything new, let me just tell you that it might be time for a declutter of your closet, a closet refresh. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to take you on a step-by-step journey on how to clean out your closet. It can seem very overwhelming, it can seem very daunting, but I think if you just follow these steps one by one, you can do it and you'll be successful, and you'll be surprised that you already have so many things. You just needed to clear out the clutter of the things that you're not wearing. Happy New Year. Welcome back. I am so thrilled that you're here. I was so excited to film this video because I love new beginnings. I love a fresh new year. I love a fresh new week, a fresh new day. I'm all about do-overs and just the newness that it can bring, the opportunity that it can bring, and I'm here for it. So one of the things that I enjoy doing that I'm going to walk you through today is a declutter or a refresh of my closet. So we are actually going to go to my closet and I'm going to show you physically how I do that. Before we get started, let me just say, if you can possibly set aside a few hours to do this, that would be best, because you don't want to start it and then not be able to finish it and you have things all over your bed and in different rooms. So block out 2 or 3 hours where you can just invest in this one little area. Each item in your closet is going to go into one of 3 categories. The first is items to keep. The second is items to donate or consign. And the third is items to trash. Now let's break down these 3 categories. The first one, items that you keep. Please only keep items that you know you're going to wear. For instance, if you have items that you've just hung on to because you might fit back in that size one day and it's been over a year, it's time to let it go. Now, I'm not talking about things that have deep meaning to us, that remind us of our wedding or when we got engaged, or just if there's some hidden meaning there that just means so much to you, keep that for, yes, absolutely. But for items that you know you're not going to wear, or items that are not in style any longer, get rid of those. So those are the items that you want to keep. The second is items that you want to donate or consign or resell. These items should be in good condition. Don't put items with stains in the donate pile. Don't put items that are faded and pilling in the donate pile. I remember one year it was when a hurricane had come through. I think it was Rita or Katrina, I can't remember, but I was working at a distribution center where we were giving clothes away. People would come and drop their clothes off, and we would sort through them and put them in, children's and adult, all things. And I was so shocked to see the amount of items that were brought in to donate to people that had just lost everything in the flood, that were trash. And it was just really unbelievable. It was almost like a slap in the face, like, oh my gosh. And I'm talking like underwear, like dirty underwear, no good. I know you wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying it was shocking to see what people brought. So just know that you want to bless someone with a donation, or if you want to consign it, you don't want to give them your trash. So that particular type of item would go in the trash. So anything that is pilling, that is stained, that is, worn out, those are the items that are going to go in the trash. If you have access to a rolling rack, that will be very helpful. But if you do not, that is okay. You can do this by laying things out on your bed. It's really fine. You don't have to have one. I just think that it makes it a little bit easier. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take out a row of clothes. Let's say this is tops, okay? And you're going to get them all out, all of them, okay? And you're going to either lay them on your bed or put them on a rolling rack, and again, go through each item and decide which of the 3 categories that it belongs in. Once you have that straight and you have the items that you're going to put back in your closet, then the way I like to, this is how I was trained to do it after working in retail forever, was to put put things lighter to darker in color. So in other words, if I have my tops, then I'm gonna do white to all the way to black. And some people, if you want to, you can do your short sleeves like that, and then your long sleeves like that, or you can just do tops lighter to darker. Now, a trick that you can do, if you have an item and you're not sure, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to get rid of it or not. I'm just kind of on the fence. I hate to get rid of it because I think I might wear it. What you can do is, instead of hanging it back, like here's the hanger on the rod, hang it backwards like this and leave it there and keep it hanging backwards until you wear it. And if you see that 6 months has come and gone and it's still backwards in your closet, you can let it go. You don't need to think on it. It's time to let it go, because a lot of times we keep these things and we think, you know, it hasn't been that long since I've worn it, but really, in fact, it has been. And so just try that and tell me if that works for you. It has been very eye-opening for me to see what I think I'm gonna wear, but I actually don't wear. All of this same information goes for shoes too. So I took all of the shoes out of my closet and I went through them for exactly what I just said to you. I had a keep pile, I had a donate pile, and I had a trash pile. And once all the shoes are out, now you may have shelves that you put your shoes on. I don't have that luxury. I don't have a really large closet. But when you get things out off of the floor, take that opportunity to clean your closet. So I got my vacuum, I got all of the dust off of the floor, and it was super clean. So that way when I put my shoes back in, they were going in on a clean, dust-free floor. So keep that in mind. Now, next, I took out all of my bottoms and I put them on the rolling rack. Same concept as before. Go through each one. Which of the 3 categories do they belong in? Now, a lot of people will fold their jeans, which I think is great if you have the space to do that. I don't have the space to do that. I don't have that luxury, so I hang mine. So again, I will put my jeans lighter to darker so I can keep track of, okay, this is this one over here. Now, some people, if you're able to fold your jeans and have them in an area where you can like visually see them, that is great. Maybe stacked in the shelf like above where your closet rods are hanging. I find for me, if I fold them, and this may not be for you, but if I fold them and I put them in a drawer, I tend to not reach for them. I tend to forget that they're there. If I can't see them, then I forget to wear them. So just take that with a grain of salt if that helps or not. But again, we're gonna go through the pants, the jeans, and color them lighter to darker, and then hang them back up. There are a lot of closet organizational tools that make it so much easier to organize your closet. I will leave those that interest me in the description box down below so you can check those out. I wanted to point out a few things that I have in my closet that I find helpful. The first is this type of hanger. I like the sort of velvety felt feel because items don't slip off. And then I like the grooves right there so that you can hang smaller straps right there and they won't fall off. So this is a great type of hanger. So I'll leave this linked down below. Another thing that you probably noticed in my closet is my husband had put molding on the wall up high on the right side for me to hang my shoes, my heels on. And that's been so helpful because I don't have a lot of closet space. And so that just got the heels that I wear up off the floor and where I can see them. Like I said, if they're tucked away, I usually don't even think about them, but they're up there and I can see them. So that was a good trick that we did. And then lastly in my closet, I have just some hooks that I had him put into the wall in 3 different places. And I hang baseball caps, I hang any type of like a bag, kind of like a beach bag, something like that on there. And so just those types of things. So these little hooks are very convenient for hanging things like that on as well, especially if you are low on space. Later on this month, we're going to be talking about wardrobe basics, a capsule wardrobe, how to mix and match items in your closet. And so with that being said, I want to just say to you, If you have items that you still really love that are basics and they're in good condition, hold on to those because we are going to be talking about those in a couple of weeks. What I mean by that is, let's long sleeve white t-shirt. That's just a basic that most of us need in our closet. A long sleeve white button down. If you can find a no iron one, even better. That's just a basic, a white button down or a chambray button down with a collar, another basic. If you have these things and they're in good condition, hang on to them. These are timeless things. They don't really go out of style. And so you can hang on to them year after year. Another thing would be a pair of dark wash jeans and a pair of light wash jeans. And now you do you. You keep the style that best fits your body. If that's boot cut, great. If that's slim leg, great. Flare leg, you do you. I have mostly slim straight leg and then a flare and a boot cut in my closet. But you keep but this is the thing. Keep at least one pair of dark wash and one pair of light wash so that we can use that when we put outfits together with our capsule wardrobe in a few weeks. Another basic item is like a black skirt. If you have a black skirt and it's still in great condition and you love it, keep it, please. And that basic black pant, if you have one that's flattering on you, hold on to it. A chino pant, if you have one that really fits your body type and you love it, hang on to it. Shoes, things like loafers that are timeless, some sneakers that are just like that classic white sneaker. Don't hang on to them if they're worn out, but if they aren't, if they're still in good condition, hang on to them because I really want you to have these items on hand when we talk about how to mix and match and just take, for instance, maybe 9 or 10 pieces of the basics of what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you how to put outfits together in different ways with just those few pieces. And like I said, these are not going to be your trendy pieces. These are going to be your basic pieces. And we're going to learn how to create outfits with just a few things, but then later we can talk about how to throw in a pop of color, a pop of trend, but it all starts with the foundation. And the foundation of your wardrobe is the basics of your wardrobe. I want to mention as well undergarments. Now, I know undergarments are not usually in your closet unless you have a dresser in your closet. But if you have time to go through your undergarments, do that because that is another subject that we're going to touch on in January. What undergarments are important? What do we need to have? I just made a video last week about my top 5 from last year of bras and panties, and I'll leave that linked down below if you want to check that out. But we are going to revisit that subject in the month of January this year, and we're going to talk about sort of the basics for undergarments. And so if you have some that are just, like I said, in great condition, hang on to them, those basic pieces. If there are some that are just worn out, if your bras are worn out and they do not fit any longer, if your underwear is like thinning out and it's just not in shape anymore, get rid of it. And we're going to tackle that subject in a couple of weeks. Something that might be helpful if you have a small closet like I do is only keep in your closet the season that it is currently. So in other words, I have a smaller closet and I only have fall and winter in there right now. And because our children are grown, we have empty closets in our home. So I'm able to have summer and spring in other closets. So I can have more space in my closet with what I'm currently wearing. I can separate it out, I can see it better. And I usually do a switch twice a year. I'll do it when the weather starts getting a little bit warmer. I'll start making the shift, and then in the fall when it starts getting cooler here in Louisiana, I'll make the switch back. And so it just helps me to not have everything packed in. I also keep my jackets and coats, and I keep everything from lightweight all the way to heavy duty because a lot of times they take up more room in your closet, and if I had all of my jackets and coats in there, I wouldn't have any room to hang anything because they'd be so thick. So I have all of those in a separate closet as well. So try that if you have the room in other closets to just only have the current season hanging in your closet right now. If you enjoy this type of video or you find any value in the videos that I bring you, I just invite you to tap the subscribe button, become part of the family so that you never miss a video. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me. And let me know any tips that you have for me because I want to learn from you as well. So leave them in the comments below and I'll see you next week.